march to the match with Camp Crimson. Incoming students to the University of Oklahoma marching from Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium across campus to John Crane Field, where the season opening three-game homestand continues tonight for the now 22nd ranked Oklahoma Sooners. They're coming off their first ranked win since 2022, off to a 2-0 start. And tonight, the East Texas A&M Lions roar into Norman, also unbeaten on the season, and they have been to the Southland Conference Championship game in 2 of the last 3 seasons. What an environment with all the students and members of the Pride of Oklahoma on hand. With Nick McMillan, I'm Chad McKee. So Oklahoma off to this perfect 2-0 start. They've outscored their first 2 opponents 8-2. What's been behind this fast start the Sooners have had?
I mean, it's just the amount of firepower this Sooner team has. They already have 9 different players that have already registered an assist this season. I mean, they can start. They can come off the bench. There's just so much potential with this Sooners team.
A lot of the firepower has come from Naomi Clark, who earned Top WSoccer national honors this week because she had a brace in each of Oklahoma's 2 wins last week. What's gotten her off to this flying start?
I mean, what can't she do? She can score with her head. She can score with her feet. She just does a little bit of everything you need in a goal scorer. And she can even do a backflip when she scores. I mean, she is just unstoppable at the moment.
Stuck the landing. Maybe a little bit of a hop there at the end, but we'll give her credit for it. Firepower for the Lions comes from Maya Mitchell. 2 goals in their opening win over Little Rock. She got injured in 2023 and then just kind of worked her way back from that in 2024. But what does she bring to the table for this club?
She brings that scoring presence for this East Texas A&M team. It just gives someone in the box that you know, hey, she's always going to find us that goal when we need her. And she is definitely going to need to come up big tonight if she wants to have a chance.
It is the first ever meeting between the Sooners and Lions on the soccer pitch. We are back to bring you the starting lineups and call it for you next on SEC Network Plus. If you thought you were just going to mosey into John Crane Field right at kickoff and get yourself a seat, good luck on that. We belong in as we showed you the march to the match tonight with members of Camp Crimson, a lot of the newest members of the student section at the University of Oklahoma on hand. A look at the lineup tonight for East Texas A&M. Kristen Schultz played all 90 minutes in every match last season. She did the same in the opener. It'll be Veronica Passion starting in goal tonight. She split time with Jillian McKenzie in the opener, and really for the last couple of years. Keep an eye on Hannah Bell, very formidable, going along with Maya Mitchell, about whom we spoke in the opening. Peyton Juiced is the anchor on the back line. For the Oklahoma Sooners, what a start. Caroline Duffy is off to back in goal for Oklahoma. And you see, Allie Lacanol had a great week last week, earning SEC Freshman of the Week honors. Juliet Rayo will get the start for the Sooners tonight. Her first start in 2025. Oklahoma has been very good, Nick, as you highlighted. 9 different players have at least 1 assist so far. As an opposing defense, how do you figure out where the Sooners might hit you from?
I mean, that's the struggle that East Texas A&M is going to have to deal with right now, because you don't really know who to defend. Last year we knew, hey, Washington could be there, or maybe it could be Waybear. This year, I mean, it's like drawing a name out of a hat. You just don't know what the Sooners are going to bring forward, and that is what makes them so dangerous this year, and it's such a joy to watch.
There's Michelle Pack getting the start in the midfield. She has been such a steady and consistent performer for Matt Mott and the Sooners. Matt Mott talking about her. She was very good last year and then had an excellent summer playing club ball and has rolled that into her start in 2025. And quick steal after the opening touch. Lexi Dendis, maybe a little underrated. She's been excellent for the Sooners. This one near Hadley Morrell, but cleared out by the Lions. Maya Mitchell trying to work her way forward, but nothing happening there. Sooners aggressively attack. This shot comes across toward Clark as the cross came off the foot of Riley Brown. Riley Brown's been very good. She's been a leader on the back row for the Sooners this year, and showing you there she can provide a little offensive touch.
I mean, she currently leads the Sooners with 169 minutes played in the first 2 games. It was someone that you just needed that leadership when you start 2 freshmen on the back line, and she has been huge for the Sooners so far this season.
Riley Brown transfer from the University of Washington. Morrell flanks this one wide for Dendis. But it's cleared back the other way by Trinity Edgerton. She's a Baylor transfer from Garland, Texas. Second season at East Texas A&M. Made 5 starts last year, and they count on her on the back row. Sooners without a couple of players here tonight that they will soon get back from injury. Beautiful touch out wide to Dendis. She'll send it across, headed by Alexis Washington and gathered up by Passion. Back in goal.
And you can already tell that they are just attacking that left-handed side. If you're watching the TV screen, you can see that they have found a weakness on that side. Dendis has already put in 2 good crosses. Brown had broke down that line. You can tell the Sooners in the TV screen. You can see that they have found a weakness on that side. Dendis has already put in 2 good crosses. Brown had broke down that line. You can tell the Sooners are just on top of it from the start today.
This free ball will just trickle on out of bounds. Throw in for East Texas A&M. Throw in set to be taken by Malaya Ring, freshman from Dana Point, California. Got a lot of playing time off the bench in the opener, and she gets her first career start for East Texas A&M here tonight. This comes toward Clark, trying to post up and work. Frees it back for Washington. So good on the ball. Now Clark mounts a threat. Serves it right inside, just past Morrell. And sprawling on top of it is Passion.
Beautiful idea there from Clark. You can see if it was just a little bit away from the goalkeeper there, you had both Morrell and Dendis right in front of goal.
There's third-year head coach Matt Mott. He spoke to Camp Crimson last night. Those are the incoming students and the band here at the University of Oklahoma, and that has the students fired up for the march earlier today. Coach Mott really excited, as you might imagine, about the start. They're into the national rankings this week for the Sooners, and he said it's very simple. He reminded his team that just a week ago they were the ones facing a ranked Oklahoma State team. Now they are the hunted. Clark drops this one across, and that will be served out by Nia Mitchell. You've got Maya and Nia Mitchell. Maya is the forward, the big goal scorer, and Nia anchors the back row. She's played over 4,000 career minutes. One of the best center backs in the Southland Conference, getting that clearance.
You know, they say when you're building a team, you want to have a strong goal scorer and a strong goal stopper, and that is just the perfect duo there from the family.
They are twins. Helps when that duo is on the same page as they are. And Ashley Gordon said, even though they play on opposite ends of the field, you can sense the synergy between the two of them as a teammate. Powerful right foot of Caroline Duffy sends this one away. Clark heads it to midfield. Lions try to get a little organization. This one comes to Juice, who drops it over the top. Take it in by Drew Legan, one of the 2 freshmen to start all 3 games on the back row for Matt Mott and the Sooners. So Oklahoma without regular starter for the last couple of years. Cassie Clifton on the back row. They expect her back very soon. Same for Kayla Kiefer, the Ole Miss transfer, who works up top with Clark to provide such a formidable duo, but she will be back soon as well. Washington trying to work her way up the right sideline, bangs into Malaya Ring, and that one skips out of bounds. 1 week ago tonight, Alexis Washington tied Oklahoma's all-time career assist mark with her 19th in the Sooners' opening night win over Creighton. She gets one tonight. It'll be her record solo. Headed by Riley Brown, contested at midfield. This is an area where Oklahoma's much improved. Is winning balls in the air so far through a couple of games this year. That out of bounds off the foot of Maya Mitchell. It'll be an Oklahoma throw in. Maya Mitchell, 2 goals against Little Rock. She had 5 points total in that victory. There's Ashley Gordon, 4th-year head coach. She was at FC Dallas, and prior to that was on staff at Texas Tech and Mississippi State, where her husband Aaron was the head coach, and they contested Matt Mott's Ole Miss teams many occasions. Great respect between the coaching staffs. Thinking back to those meetings they had in SEC play for several years. This rolls back to Legan serving this one forward toward Hadley Morrell. It'll be taken by Ring. One touch pass that's a little errant. Rayo takes it for the Sooners. Now here's Michelle Pack. Lions get control. Trinity Edgerton. And headed back the other way by Riley Brown. Oklahoma throw in coming.
One of the things I love this year from the Sooners team is Michelle Pack is just getting on the ball more. She's being really creative, and she just has those magical feet, and she can do a lot of things with it. And this year they have found the way to get her more touches on the ball, and it's one of the reasons why the Sooners have had so much success going forward this year.
Matt Mott, about the start that the Sooners have gotten off to. They had 23 of 28 players who are on the roster this year here in spring. And that really, he said, has made a big difference. That has shown up in their preseason games and then the first 2 regular season games. Throw in coming for the Sooners. About 7 minutes into this one, there's Alexis Washington, the senior from San Antonio, came through IMG Academy. #1 go-to player, the facilitator for this Oklahoma team. 4th-year starter. Morrell tries to gain the edge. Did manage to work her way free from Juiced and serve that one across, but right to Passion. As you mentioned, Passion split the opener in goal with Jillian McKenzie, who's a senior. The Lions have a 3rd keeper in Michaela Gonzalez, an Oral Roberts transfer. Ashley Gordon said it's really the first time they've been this deep in goals since she arrived 4 years ago.
And that's what you want from the goalkeeping position, because when you have someone who is just that starting #1, they kind of get a little bit stagnant. So when you have 3 quality goalkeepers, you have that ability that every practice is going to be a battle. And so Gordon spoke on how she loves that ability to say, hey, it's just next man up. Who's going to be the best person for us today?
Clark splits a double team, drives one low along the ground, and there's Passion again. Passion was really starter most of the time last year as a true freshman, so has that experience under her belt. You mentioned what Naomi Clark can do, and she's a threat to score anytime, anywhere. That shot right there. They're not afraid to have her taking shots like that, Nick.
And I think they want her taking shots like that because they know what she can do. I mean, she has that ability to shoot from distance, to go inside the box, outside the box. I mean, when you have a player like Clark and when you have the start that she's been having, I mean, you just literally say, hey, it's your world. We're living in it right now. You do what you want to do because you've been having so much success.
And such a pacey player to go along with Alexis Washington, who's excellent one-on-one and has a couple of players that can run with her these days in Clark and Kayla Kiefer. Back to steal that one comes Rayo for Oklahoma. She ignites the other way to Dendis.
The Sooners can switch the ball there. You'll have Washington into space, which is exactly where you want her 1v1 with defenders.
Wide toward Hadley Morrell. Juiced contests her, and that's out of bounds. Juiced, a very good defender. She's from Wiley, Texas, a double transfer. She began her collegiate career at Louisiana Tech and then went to Lamar. And Ashley Gordon said we competed against her for 3 years when she was at Lamar. They're happy to have her as a Lion now. Into that blazing Oklahoma sun, Passion will send this goal kick away. All the way back to the Oklahoma defender Lacanole. Little open space here for Nia Chacon. Oklahoma collapses. Scholes takes it out of the pack. And now here comes Hannibal. Cross knocked down by Lacanole and sent out of bounds. Talk about being ranked. In Oklahoma, first time they've been ranked since 2022. Always nice to get that kind of notice from others across the country. And Matt Mott is chairman of the coaches poll. And he said, almost lobbied to not be ranked because all of a sudden you've got a bullseye on your back, Nick. But it was coming anyway, the way this team has played.
I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword because at one hand, you love being that underdog going into matches, being able to say, hey, you know what, we're not ranked, we're fighting a ranked opponent. But at the same time, I mean, with the success they've had so far, you want to be ranked because you want your girls to say, hey, what we're doing is working right now. Let's continue the work.
You see those other SEC teams, the other 4 that are ranked? They are on Oklahoma's schedule this year. It is a brutal conference schedule. Sooners will get into beginning at Kentucky on September the 12th once they're done with non-conference. And what a start Tennessee is off to with a pair of top 5 wins over UCLA and North Carolina. Washington gains the edge around Ring. Washington open space, sends it across. Cleared out. But here comes Brown to take it for the Sooners. Maya Mitchell steps in to get it for East Texas A&M. Alana Lawless Valarca plays this ball long and nobody's home. Lions of East Texas A&M, formerly Texas A&M Commerce, but that has been one of the changes in the athletics department in Commerce, Texas. And as of August the 14th, their match with Little Rock, it was the first officially approved game with full Division I membership for East Texas A&M. It came into play on June 23rd. They've been working their way toward it for 3 years. It's actually a year earlier than anticipated. So that means they are eligible for the NCAA tournament as of now. And they've made the Southland Conference Championship game 2 of the last 3 years. If they were to win that now, they would go to the NCAAs.
I mean, that's definitely got to be a boost to tell your team, like, hey, now we've got something to go for.
Yeah.
Now we've got something to, hey, if we do what we know we can do, we're going to have that success.
And this group of players was recruited knowing that it was going to be 2026, that they could play their entire career without being eligible for the NCAA tournament until 2026. But that comes a year early for Ashley Gordon and this program and all of them for East Texas A&M. These two teams just kind of sorting through things in the early going. Oklahoma out shooting East Texas A&M 4-1. This one dropped over the top, but nobody home for the Lions. It comes down to Pack. Now Dendis toward Hadley Morrell. And served out of bounds. Fairly easy play there by Nia Mitchell. Sooners right back after it. Sent toward Clark, and I think we'll have an offside call. Very close over there. A referee right on top of it. It's Patricia McCracken. 14 minutes in, no score.
Yeah, Morrell had just got a little bit offsides there in that throw and a little bit too eager. But like we said earlier, you can tell they're having success on that left-hand side. I'd like to see them maybe carry the ball a little bit more and then try to play to Naomi Clark or maybe Hadley Morrell in the middle. We just got to get a little more attacking presence as we're playing these balls in.
The Lions trying to build a little bit. Trying to work the ball toward Maya Mitchell and Hannah Bell. Oklahoma's defense has been up to it so far, though. Ring trying to send that one right through the seam, but there was really nobody home. Bell was the nearest attacker for the Lions. Difficult to score in Duffy's Kingdom back there, even if you're a Lion. The veteran keeper Caroline Duffy had a great summer in the USLW, playing in Maryland, which is her home state. Caroline Duffy began her collegiate career at Duke, spent 2 years there, and is now in her second season as the Oklahoma starter. 10 wins last year. She was 4th in the SEC in saves.
I mean, going back to last year, it is definitely Duffy's Kingdom, just because of the fact that she was just that brick wall back there. I mean, she was 4th in the SEC last year with 67 saves. I mean, she just does so much for the Sooners, and it just gives them that sense of belief that if something bad were to happen, the Queen Duffy's there.
Had a chance to chat with her after last week's match, and so pleased to have the goal scoring output. The 2 goals scored against Oklahoma, one was on a dead-on free kick. Oklahoma outscoring 2 opponents by a combined 8-2 this year. That's the first foul of the match called. Creates this free kick chance. Ring drives it into the Oklahoma 18 box. Loose out in front and just cleared out at the last instant as Duffy had come out of goal, and saving the day was Allie Lacanole, showing you why she earned SEC Freshman of the Week honors. The freshman bails out Duffy that time.
I mean, that's unbelievable defense there. You kind of see that Duffy was caught in no man's lane, and that, boom, that is a goal-saving clearance. I mean, that is just beautiful from the SEC Freshman of the Week.
Corner kick time for the Lions. Golden opportunity for East Texas A&M. Served across, headed out, and then cleared by Rayo. Back up strong comes Edgerton to take it. And Oklahoma emerges with Alexis Washington. Sooners have a bit of a threat here, but that one's a little wide of Hadley Morrell. This collision will result in an Oklahoma throw-in.
I would have loved to see Washington carry the ball there more. They were on a 3-on-1. It would have been a 3v1 chance, which the Sooners would have thrived on with this pace we have.
So here's Morrell working this one toward Dendis. Cut off and cleared. Pack steps in to take it. Now here's Washington. Alexis Washington gets to the edge, sends it across, and it's off the post from Clark. Loose in front of the goal, and it'll be cleared by Mitchell.
I mean, if Clark would have scored that, we would have had to add another one to her rankings. I mean, scores with her head, scores with her knee now. I mean, what can't this girl do? She is just a goal-scoring threat in front of goal for this Sooners team.
So that one hits the crossbar. The Sooners are denied on, it's probably been their best opportunity so far. 18 minutes into this match with no score. Oklahoma out shooting East Texas A&M 5-1 to this point. Dendis and Morrell have been attackers wide for the Sooners in the early going. Couldn't get that one quite through to Clark. It's headed out by Juiced. And Juiced trying to strike that one, but Clark reaches it. Tries to drop that one off, but an offside call here against Morrell. She was back there past the final Lions defender. What a very good player Hadley Morrell has been through her Oklahoma career. 3-year starter. Just a very smart, attacking, distributing midfielder. Morrell plays this one toward Clark. Juiced was able to clear it out, though, for the Lions. And Edgerton serves it up the right side. You can tell Juiced is unafraid. The grad student from Wiley, Texas, double transfer from Lamar and Louisiana Tech. Ashley Gordon said that another thing that Juiced has added is big-time competition for their forwards. She said that the Lions forwards have gotten better by going against Juiced every day in practice.
And already she's made some important blocks of this game, and she is definitely going to be busy tonight.
Serve toward Alexis Washington. Ring, though, clears it out. Oklahoma will get a throw-in. Just get the feeling the Sooners are close. Quick throw-in comes to Morrell. Works it across toward Washington. Headed high and then headed out. Edgerton getting to it. And then sent out of bounds. This has been Oklahoma for the first 2 matches plus this season. Constant pressure. Ligon operating. Nobody there at the top of the 18 box. Cleared by Mitchell. Now Alexis Washington. To the corner. Around Chacon. Across it comes. Dendis controls it. And Edgerton spins and clears it for the Lions.
I like the idea there from Dennis to try to hit it first time, but she had enough time there to bring it down and have a shot on goal.
Morrell gets free, and that one just skipped past the foot of Washington on the backside. Missed by about a foot. Washington scored the first 3 goals of her career last year in her 3rd season in an Oklahoma uniform. So she started to add that goal scoring component to go along with the assists. And she had such a breakout freshman season back in 2022. She set Oklahoma's single season assist record with 9 of them as a freshman. Melissa Cox is a transfer from Louisiana. She serves this one out wide. No. Back and forth, but surrounded. No real place to go. And that one tackled away by Brown. Good matchup there between Hannah Bell and Oklahoma's Riley Brown.
And these are the moments of your East Texas A&M you have to capitalize on when you're in the attacking third. You've just got to put a few extra numbers up and just give yourself a chance. I mean, you may not have a lot of opportunities, so you want to say, hey, how can we make the best out of this situation here?
Here's Clark. Bumped from behind. That'll be a foul against Juiced. Midway through the opening half with no score as of yet. Oklahoma out shooting East Texas A&M 5-1 to this point. But it's been played mainly on this half of the field. Alexis Washington circles around, drops it across, and Clark puts home another. Alexis Washington has broken Oklahoma's all-time assist mark, assisting on the 5th goal of the year for Naomi Clark, and Oklahoma takes an early 1-0 lead.
I think there may be a chance for an offsides here. I think they're going to go to the VR to look at that. Clark looked like she may have just trained a little bit offsides, so we may have to take that assist, record-breaking assist back.
Indeed, Patricia McCracken is headed over to the VR review to have a look at it. If it is offside, it's by an eyelash.
I mean, but let's go back to that play there. I mean, the things that the Sooners have done so well to the start of the season, getting Washington in 1v1 situations. Washington beats her man, like we have said countless times, and then who's there once again? Clark, just waiting to be the beneficiary of this. I mean, it's a classic Sooners goal from the start of the season, but I think we may have just strayed just an ounce offside.
Now, my question is, was the offside called before the goal was scored, or did the goal stand and now has to be overturned? So let's bear that in mind. And I think you're probably right. You just look at where the defender Juiced is over near Alexis Washington. She would be the back defender.
I think one of the things that may actually be getting looked at, so if you look at the things that VR can look at, so this is a goal scoring opportunity, so it was a goal scoring chance, so they do have the ability to review. But I think why it's taking just a little bit too long, if you look on that replay there may be a slight touch off of Juice, which now changes everything that this rules are going to start happening, because now there would be a deflection which could potentially lead to the goal being able to stand.
Great point. See what is available on the VR. And the idea of indisputable evidence comes into play. Did you see enough to overturn a goal?
I mean, if we go back at that replay, I think the reason why they are just really looking at this, because I think it's got to be this touch. So you see Washington beats her defender there like she has always done, but you see just the right foot of Juice there. I think there may be a slight touch, but they are going to go ahead and call that goal for offside.
So no goal wipe away the 5th of the year for Clark and Washington's 20th career assist. Offside against Oklahoma.
But if you're still East Texas A&M, you are still on high alert, because now the Sooners have found that back of the net. Even if with offsides, now they kind of smell that blood in the water. Now they are ready to attack, and I expect the next 10 minutes the Sooners to be really aggressive and to press a little bit more than they normally have.
Oklahoma again wins a ball in the air, though that one is given right back to Ring and the Lions. Here's Brown charging forward. Dendis, she and Morrell over there on that left side for the Sooners. Dendis attacks but popped away by Edgerton. Riley Brown circles back to take this for the Sooners. Served beautifully over the top. Dendis 1v1 attacking. Nicely defended, though. Nia Mitchell right there. This is her 50th career game for Nia Mitchell. Good deal of experience. And the Sooners will get their first corner of the night. Sophie Morin, the UTSA transfer, set to take this one. 2 seasons at UTSA. Born in Belgium, lives in England. Served up high and headed away. Brief clearance. Now Morrell. Back across the goal box. Lacanal taken down by Dendis and sent away. Just constant pressure, and it's all the Lions can do right now, Nick, just to get the ball cleared and out of bounds.
I mean, that was such smart play there by Rayo and Morrell. Just rather than playing the ball in first time, they reset it and give the Sooners an opportunity for another shot on goal.
Well, Clark got her head to that one, but it'll trickle out of bounds for a goal kick. Naomi Clark, 4 goals, 8 points. That 4 goals ranks 2nd nationally. 8 points, has her 4th in the country after opening week. 8 career goals now for Naomi Clark. Passion serves this one away. Possession will stay with East Texas A&M. It skipped off the Sooner and out of bounds. Chacon able to maintain possession. Back to Juiced. And now Nia Mitchell. Nia Mitchell working this one up the right sideline. Brown is there to take it right back for Oklahoma. She starts the counter threat. Oklahoma throw in coming just shy of midfield. And our first substitutions of the night. There is the freshman Elle Canty from Norman Community Christian School. So Elle Canty gets her first run. She was good opening weekend. Coaching staff really taking note of the presence that she has. She scored 105 goals during her high school career, did Elle Canty. Here's Morin. Across it comes toward Morrell. Juiced clears it. Pack heads it back in. But then Nia Mitchell sends it the other way, and we've got a foul. I believe they will get Maya Mitchell with this one. Conversation between Maya Mitchell and Patricia McCracken. Sooners ready to take a free kick. This might be the type of area where you would see the keeper Duffy come out and take. In fact, Duffy had an assist on a ball, a free kick from midfield last week. But this will be Sophie Morin. Canty takes it. Here's Washington. Washington has it wrangled away from her by Chacon. Washington circles back to retrieve it. And an Oklahoma throw in. About 17 minutes remaining in the opening half. Another substitution. Looks like Morin will get a break, and Luciana Sedudukate, senior from Belmore, New York, who transferred to Oklahoma after 3 years at Stony Brook. 17 goals in 3 years at Stony Brook, and now is an Oklahoma Sooner. There is Sedudukate. Bumped by Ring, out of bounds, and an Oklahoma corner kick from the near post now. Sedudukate was a difference maker in the minutes she played off the bench last week as well, Nick.
You know, when you speak to Coach Matt Mott about her, she just is a different type of forward than Clark. Clark's one of those that wants to play in with her pace. She wants to get the balls played in. Sedudukate wants it played to her feet, and she's extremely technical with the ball. She just adds that different dynamic for the Sooners offense.
Dendes takes the corner, drives it all the way across. That swipe comes off the foot of Clark. Sooners try to reset, and Morrell is able to keep it. Played back in. Sedudukate pokes it home. And I don't think that one's going to get overturned.
And an instant impact. That's exactly what you want with your sub. I mean, Sedudukate has been on the pitch for, what, 30 seconds maybe at most, and she's had 2 touches on the ball. Her first touch, she wins a corner. Her second touch is a goal. What a beautiful start for Sedudukate.
Luciana Sedudukate with her first goal as a Sooner. What a great cross this is by Morrell. And the threat of Clark, you got to pay so much attention to her. Teammates can be open, as Sedudukate was there. So now 1-0 Oklahoma officially. And the assist to Hadley Morrell is the 9th of her career. First this season for Morrell.
And I mean, let's talk about the Swiss Army knife of Hadley Morrell. For the first half of this game, she had been playing up top with Clark as a different role than she'd been playing in the first 2 games. We move Sedudukate in. Hadley Morrell switches right into that attacking role, and you see just how dangerous she can be. She plays a beautiful ball in. I mean, right now, Coach Matt Mott has got so many different options to choose from. I mean, he has got to be sleeping so well because he just knows, hey, whatever we throw out there, it's going to work currently.
Here's Clark blasting wide right. Free running. And Clark just off with that strike. Passion catches her breath. What an amazing crowd tonight. We'll get the official attendance. Had well over 1,000 for Oklahoma's Bedlam win over Oklahoma State last weekend. But even more here tonight. Students are back on campus. I think it was 750, the first 750 students, free hot dog and a drink tonight. Would that have gotten you out of your dorm room as a collegiate freshman to come watch soccer? Well, you were going to be there anyway.
I mean, the fact that it was free, yeah. I think that's why everyone's got to be out here. I mean, just anything free. But right now, they're getting dinner and a show. I mean, they come for the free food, but now they're staying for just this beautiful soccer that the Sooners are playing right now. I mean, we may have a chance to have back-to-back 1,000 people games. I mean, for the first time in who knows how long.
Morrell strikes this one, deflected. Not much help for the running Hannah Bell. Oklahoma defending. Trying to work this one to Kaylee Humble, freshman from Harker Heights, Texas, who just checked in, but this will come back to the keeper, Duffy. Oklahoma out on top 1-0. They've outshot East Texas A&M 9-1 in this opening 45 minutes. Morrell trying to bounce that one through the seam toward Clark, and it'll roll back to Passion. We will see if Jillian McKenzie or Michaela Gonzalez will play in goal for the Lions in half number 2. That's what they've done the first couple of matches. Seta Ducate dropping this one toward Clark, who will reach it first. I think Clark got there, but she was surrounded, and it'll go the other way.
I think I'm just as confused as Clark was at that moment. I mean, that looked like a good 50-50 ball coming together there. But you just see, just the second that Seta Ducate got that ball, Clark starts to make her run. And that's just how dangerous Clark has been this year. That even before she started, they're like, hey, we've got to drop to try to defend her.
Seta Ducate comes free with it in the midfield, serving it out wide for Washington. The reset for Morrell against Juiced. Deflected out, and another Oklahoma corner kick coming. This will be number 3 in the opening half. Hadley Morrell draws this one. Morrell with an assist on the goal by Seta Ducate. Her first of the year, the 9th of her career. Clark got up to it, headed out. This strike is wide from Morrell. Decent look at it, but missed that right post. Morrell showing versatility and energy so far tonight, as has typically been the case for her in her Sooner career.
Number 20, Becca Windham, and number 21, Chelsea Lefevre. Subbing off the pitch, number 7, Nia Chacon, and number 24, Trinity Edgerton.
Late substitutions here for East Texas A&M. Kelsey Lefevre, another freshman from Princeton, Texas, has entered the lineup, as has Becca Windham, who's a sophomore. Lacanol plays this one forward for the Sooners. And that'll be a foul against Canty. As you watch back there, do you have to remind yourself that Lacanol and Ligon are freshmen on the back line for Oklahoma, Nick?
I mean, it's almost a shock just because of how calm they are. I mean, these are not your average freshmen. I mean, these are girls who are coming in. I mean, it shows with Lacanol being freshman of the week, and I think, you know, Ligon had a chance to potentially get that as well, but they just bring this calming presence back there. And you know it's got to help having Duffy back there as just that leadership. I mean, this is just a well-composed and balanced Sooner defensive line.
And you consider, you know, the physicality. Ligon is 6 foot tall, and Lacanol is 5'10". Then you have Riley Brown, who's got the years of experience. There's Allie Lacanol starting for the 3rd time. SEC Freshman of the Week honors, Oklahoma's first SEC soccer honors. Sooners in their 2nd year in the conference. Matt Mott talking about Lacanol and what she has provided. First off, dominant one-on-one defense. Sophisticated and can just dominate people physically. Free ball coming to Brendan Mullaney. Cleared out. Mullaney had a free run there. Back to Mullaney. Across on the ground. Juiced got a piece of it. Seta Ducate works it back out top. This is Claire Curran into the lineup for the Sooners. She scored a goal in their victory over Creighton last week.
One of the things that's really enjoyable to watch for the Sooners team right now is just their calming presence on the ball. Right there, Rayo had a chance to shoot it on top of the box, and she said, hey, let's reset it, see if we can get something out of it. That's different from the Sooners team than last year. Last year, it would have been a shot on frame. This year, there's more confidence in this team. They just know, hey, if we work it around a little bit, we're going to have a better shot on goal, and that's exactly what we want.
Seta Ducate off a beautiful find by Washington. Right back to Washington. Juiced heads it out top. Pack circles, and I couldn't tell if she was trying to fire that one or if she was wanting to drop it off to Mulaney. What do you think?
I mean, she has the ability to thread that ball in. I would assume she was trying to shoot that, just the way she set her body up from that touch. Either way, she has both of those options in her locker.
8 minutes remaining, opening half. The Oklahoma goal came in the 29th minute. Luciana Sededucate, assisted by Hadley Morrell. Sooners also had a goal overturned on an offsides call in the 23rd minute. Now the Lions will get a throw in. Headed out by Lacanol. And a couple of more subs onto the pitch here at the 7-minute mark in the opening half. Hannah Bell is going to get her first breather of the night.
Subbing onto the pitch for East Texas A&M Lions.
She'll be replaced by Renetta Vargas, who's a Baylor transfer. She's in that forward mix along with Bell and Mitchell. Ring takes this long throw. Legan will just let it drop out of bounds for a goal kick.
Got to be disappointed there for East Texas A&M. Those are the moments that you have to get something out of. You've got to get a corner. You've got to get a shot on. With this relentless pressure that the Sooners have been pressing, you've got to have a moment where you're saying, hey, how can we eat a little bit of time? How can we kind of relieve our pressure on our defense, who've really been working for the first half of this game?
Legan will let this drop. Legan, so hard to take off the ball. Keeps it alive for Brown. And the Sooners reset it. There was one threat by East Texas A&M. In fact, they got past Duffy, the keeper. And Ali Lacanol came from behind and kicked a ball that was nearly across the goal line. Saved it for the Sooners. Kept the Lions off the scoreboard. Well played wide. Opportunity here for Ring. Serving it in, but right to Duffy. Duffy quickly fires it out toward Curran. Here comes Washington running up to it. Alexis Washington at the top of the 18 box. It's served out by Schultz. Pack toward Hadley Morrell.
Great ball.
Just got there in time. Headed toward Curran, but it got cut off there by Lawless Felarka. And now a host of substitutes. Allie Guthrie, the freshman from Plano, Texas. And right there's Ashley Tudis, who came up with a goal last week in the Bedlam match. Healthy once again. Took a medical red shirt to come back from an ACL injury last year, did Tudis. Alexis Washington jogs off with about 4 minutes left here in the opening half. There's Tudis getting her head to this ball. Canty wanting to drive it in, but thumped back out. Nia Mitchell plays it long, and Legan runs to it for the Sooners. Upfield with it is Vargas, one of the two Baylor transfers on this East Texas A&M roster. Adept defending there. Lawless Felarka able to get to it, and Duffy was there. decent threat there for the Lions.
And that's what you want if you're East Texas A&M. You want your two strikers to hold the ball up, because when you're dumping that ball up to your forwards, you just need to relieve a little pressure. So you need to get a foul. You need to get a win out of that ball. And Vargas did excellent there. She turned, beat one or two players, and then instantly had a ball in. And you see there, they benefited and they had a shot on goal. I mean, that was something that if you're Coach Gordon going into halftime, you are going to try to highlight. You say, hey, yes, we're going to be defending for the game, but our girls up top have got to hold the ball for us, even if it's for an extra second, to give our defenders a break.
Pack maintains possession for the Sooners. Curran will run to this ball. Curran 1v1 against Humble. Drives it in and just across. Man, that happened quickly. Humble was just trying to close it down, and Curran was able to strike.
I mean, that's a beautiful curled shot on the right foot there. You see, she sized up the defender. He has a little touch to her outside and just inches wide there on the outside post. I mean, the Sooners are firing on all cylinders currently at the moment.
So many weapons. Had her second career goal against Creighton last Thursday night. Spent 2 years at Colorado. Scored 1 goal in 42 career matches there at Colorado. Originally from San Diego, it's Claire Curran. Legan steps into this throw. Duffy allowed to work her way a good deal outside of the 18 box. Here's Pack. Nice calm and control. Drops it into Guthrie. Under a minute remaining in the first half. We'll visit with East Texas A&M coach Ashley Gordon headed into the locker room, and then Oklahoma coach Matt Mott on the way back out. See what the head coaches are thinking of the opening 45 minutes. Here's Tutis. Back and forth she goes. And draws a Sooner corner kick with under 30 seconds remaining. Beg your pardon, nobody touched it, so it will be a goal kick. Ashley Tutis' sister Alyssa is on this Oklahoma team. Ashley's a redshirt junior. Alyssa is a freshman, both out of Palm Harbor, Florida. And their other sister Ava is committed to South Carolina. Pretty talented trio of sisters. That's going to do it for the opening half in Norman. What a great crowd and environment for soccer. Oklahoma tried to stay unbeaten, getting a goal in the 29th from Luciana Sededucate, her first as a Sooner, assisted by Hadley Morrell. And it's a 1-0 Oklahoma lead after the opening 45 minutes. East Texas A&M will regroup, but they had a couple of opportunities in that first half. One near goal and then a threat right at the end of that first half. So though there were 2 shots total by the Lions, both of them were right there and threatening the Oklahoma keeper Duffy. And we are happy to be joined now by the 4th-year head coach of the Lions, Ashley Gordon. Coach, what did you think of that opening 45 minutes? Oral Roberts and Oklahoma will visit the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. So one in North Tulsa, one in South Tulsa, but both in Tulsa Sunday for more action. Looks like the Lions have settled on keeping Veronica Passion back in goal. We watched all of halftime. Michaela Gonzalez and Jillian McKenzie were out there working with the keepers coach, Stephen Cooney. So, Nick, we thought there might be a change at keeper, but it'll be Passion here to start half number 2.
I think there was no change for East Texas A&M, but there is a change for OU. You see that Sadie Ducate is starting over Rayo, and that has got to be because her goal that she scored, building her a little confidence, and they're trying to say, hey, we're going to reward that success that we have.
So off we go with half number 2. Here's Rayo striking with her left foot. It's off the keeper and it's home. In the first minute, Juliet Reyes strikes as she lands one off the hands of the keeper, Passion, into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Oklahoma.
I mean, I believe Coach Matt Mott spoke that into existence. We've got to be a little bit cleaner. And you see here, beautiful move, left-footed shot, nothing the keeper could do there. But just like the Sooners do, scoring very early in halves. I mean, they had the fastest goal last week, which is about 46 seconds. This goal may rival that.
First of the season for Juliet Rayo and the 4th of her career. She had 3 as a freshman a season ago. And as a head coach, after you've just been in there and spoken to your team, to see what you asked them to do come to fruition has to be very rewarding for Coach Matt Mott there, Nick. Just as you said, I mean, that's what he was asking for. Got to strike quicker, got to go.
I mean, those are the scenarios you dream of as a coach. You know, as you sit down, you're like, man, I wish I could just really tell them what we want to do and what we need to do to be successful. And then, boom, you know, not even a minute into the second half, it happens. I mean, those are scenarios that, as a coach, you just dream of.
Oklahoma back at it. This one headed out wide for Dendis. Two defenders arrive. She'll work it across down to the foot of Nia Mitchell. Seta Ducati putting pressure on back there. And it will be a goal kick. Seta Ducati thought maybe she had earned the corner, but it will go the other way.
And that just once again speaks to the relentless pressure that the Sooners have. I mean, there was no one near, and then you just see Seta Ducati running straight across the 18 box of wanting to apply pressure. I mean, Matt Mott has instilled in these girls, hey, we need to press at all times. This is how we want to play. This is going to be our Sooner style.
See the Sooners pressing forward very heavily and getting a steal from Morin. But back to contest it is Humble, who came on late in the first half and starts half number 2. And out of that little scrum, I think our referee Patricia McCracken's going to have a word here with Sophie Morin. A little give and take both ways.
And I'm just going to go ahead and call it. This is an eerily similar position that Duffy had when she got her assist the last game against Oklahoma State.
Indeed. Assist on a free kick from midfield. This one dies out at the top of the 18 box. Morin trying to play it wide. And Washington up to take it now. 1v1 against Nia Chacon. And a throw in here for the Sooners.
Definitely a little bit of curse the commentator there on Duffy's ball there, but you still see what she brings to the table. I mean, we spoke to her last week and she mentioned, hey, they want her to be able to play those balls in because she does such a great job.
This one served out of bounds for an Oklahoma throw in. Again, Alexis Washington over there on that right side. Two defenders around her all the time. Seta Ducati trying to work free. That's out of bounds off of Chacon. Nia Chacon, a senior from Rowlett, Texas, transferred to East Texas A&M after spending 2022 at Texas State. So this is her 3rd year with the Lions. East Texas A&M, formerly Texas A&M Commerce. We talked about the transition to Division I and also the name transition. The name transition also basically occurred as a soccer match was being played a couple of years ago. They sort of began the match as Texas A&M Commerce and ended it as East Texas A&M. You have to make the application, and Ashley Gordon was telling us that athletic director Jim Curry, they had that conversation before the match, and out of it came the East Texas A&M Lions.
I mean, that's got to be a stat somewhere that has never happened. You know, you start as one team and you end as a different team.
Sure.
I mean, is that something you want to be like down in the history books known as?
Sure. Why not? It depends on whether or not you won the match.
I think that's, well, I mean, does it count? Because if you start as one,
of course it does.
Like, which name gets the win and loss?
Got the trainer Tyler Degnault out. See the coaching resume since 2022. Ashley Gordon, Mississippi State assistant coach, with her husband Aaron there when they hooked up with Matt Mott's Ole Miss teams in the SEC, and an assistant out in Lubbock as well. Professional player during her playing days and played collegiately at SMU as well. But 2022, she took this team, knew that they were going to apply for and eventually get full Division I membership, and that is now the dream that they have realized. They will be eligible for the NCAA tournament this year.
I mean, and you see the success that she's had. I mean, 2 of the last 3 years she's been in the championship game. Her style, and she said, hey, I know what we're going to bring to the table here, and it has worked for her and her coaching staff. I mean, it's just beautiful to be able to see a plan come into place, and now they have that potential to go play in the NCAA tournament.
Obviously, very grave concern here. It is Malaya Ring, the injured East Texas A&M Lion, as they continue to attend to her. Training staff's out there. We'll return to Norman in just a moment. The good news is that Malaya Ring was able to get up and walk off under her own power. A freshman from Dana Point, California. And we resume live.
In those instances, a smile is just so reassuring. You hate to see any player get injured, but whenever you can see that smile, it just gives you a little bit of like sense of peace right there.
Alana Lawless Felarca able to play this one across. Kristen Schultz going to work. Maya Mitchell hasn't had that many touches in there. Now it comes to Bell. She wants to try to maneuver, but wrestling with Sophie Morin. Morin goes down and defends that play very well, resulting in a foul against the Lions.
And see, in these moments, I think this is where Coach Matt Mott was talking about. The second that you slow the play down, you're letting East Texas A&M kind of get into their defensive shape. If you can attack these moments quicker, then you're going to catch them out of position, which is going to give you chances to maybe potentially be one-on-one with a defender, one-on-one with something going forward, which is exactly what you're looking for if you're the Sooners.
Here's Dendis serving it across, deflected off the goal and in for an own goal. So Dendis serves it across. It goes off the foot of Nia Mitchell and past the keeper Passion. It's 3-0 Oklahoma.
Once again there, you just see the calm composure the Sooners had. Morin gets the ball. Rather than just shooting the ball back on frame, she plays it out wide to Dendis. East Texas A&M are a little bit unfortunate there with the deflection. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done. But you just see that's the pressure that the Sooners can put you under. They can put you under so much stress that just even the little mistake is going to be costly.
In the 51st minute, the Sooners get their second own goal by an opponent in the last 2 matches. And you're so right, Nick. Those things happen because of the pressure that you put on opposing defenses.
I mean, when you are just under pressure, even the best players have a little bit of like, am I making the right decision? Am I making the right pass? And just that little bit of hesitancy causes mistakes. And that is what the Sooners are causing to every team they've played so far this season.
Can you get an assist on an own goal? Dendis deserves an assist. She created the action.
I mean, I'm always a fan of giving in own goals like that. I want to give the goal to the player that did that. That's my opinion on how I look at it, because yes, it was a deflection, but there was no intention there with that own goal. Either way, Dendis is going to be excited because she is now just getting in those situations. I mean, she has a goal already and an assist this year. I mean, right now she is just really benefiting from this wingback position here from the Sooners.
Matt Mott was talking to his staff about Lexi Dendis, and he said, you know, she's really underrated. And they said, Coach, as much as she's drawing our attention, she's no longer underrated. She is rated. She's been a factor for Oklahoma. Lexi Dendis, already a goal and 2 assists in 3 games, and she was a big part of that own goal. Here she is again.
And she was one of the few Sooners that didn't come in the spring. She was a late arrival, and that just speaks to how well they rate her, is that she just came in and said, hey, this is my spot, and look how well it's worked out for the Sooners.
One of the many very good transfers that Matt Mott and his staff brought in from Middle Tennessee State, where she was the 2024 Conference USA Freshman of the Year last year. Lexi Dendis. Throw in taken here by Legan. All of Oklahoma's goals, with the exception of the one that Rayo scored tonight, have been scored by newcomers. Seda Ducati getting a goal earlier. She's a newcomer. And Rayo, the first returnee to score for the Sooners this year tonight. Hard tackle out of bounds. Lacano plays that one away from Hannibal.
And that just speaks to how much depth the Sooners have this year. I mean, last year, you could kind of say, hey, this is the person that's going to score every game. Now, you just really don't know. I mean, because they just have so much depth in every position that it's a true battle at practice. It's a true battle at games. I mean, and the Sooners are just loving life right now.
Legan takes it away. Here comes Morin. She'll play it back to Duffy. They'll reorganize to the other side of the field. This other side of the field is where Dendis has been so dangerous to start this half. And here she comes again. Sends it across to the top of the box. Morrell swipes at it. Bouncing free. A collision. Clark collides with the keeper, Passion. And also in the mix is Nia Mitchell. Fortunately, it looks like everybody's okay. The result will be an Oklahoma corner kick.
And that was a good defensive step there by Mitchell. Seda Ducati kind of made her way in there. Goalkeeper's coming out. Mitchell comes in to have the clearance. Mitchell has had a huge game for East Texas A&M so far tonight.
4th Sooner corner coming. This will be Morin from the near post. And it hits the back of the goal. Comes wide. Clark just
Handball.
over the top of the crossbar, but a handbar inside the 18 box.
Now, this is going to be interesting. Last year, any free kick, any penalty, we know who exactly it was. It was Waybear. I'm interested to see who Coach Matt Mott pulls up here for the penalty for the Sooners.
It would be hard not to let Clark do anything. Anytime she can touch it, let her touch it. But it will be Rayo who scored earlier in the 46th minute. So a handball inside the 18 box. The penalty kick for Oklahoma to try to go up 4-0.
Penalty kick will be kicked by number 10, Juliet Rayo.
Rayo one-on-one against the keeper, Passion. Rayo steps into it and scores for the second time tonight. Top right corner. A masterpiece by Rayo on the penalty kick, and she has a brace.
I mean, we spoke about Clark and maybe potentially her taking that. Clark was the one who won the handball. So she won it, and so they said, hey, let's give this to Rayo there. And just, I mean, when it comes to penalties, what a shot. In the goalkeeper, or in the soccer world, we call that the cobweb clear right there. I mean, there was nothing, no goalkeeper in the world is saving that shot. That was a excellent penalty there by Juliet Rayo.
Second goal of the night for Rayo, and she is the 3rd Sooner in 3 matches to have a brace this season. Clark had a brace against both Creighton and Oklahoma State, and Rayo registers one tonight. It is her 5th career goal as an Oklahoma Sooner, and Oklahoma with 3 goals to start half number 2 and break this game open. They now have 4 goals in each of their first 3 matches in 2025.
For the Oklahoma Sooners, number 30,
Claire Curran is going to make an early entry onto the pitch in half number 2 for the Sooners. And a break here for Alexis Washington. And Ashley Tutis, as you see here, is also on. I think Seda Ducate gets a breather also. And Duffy serves away the goal kick. 4-0 Oklahoma. Remember, they had a goal wiped away on offside back in the first half as well.
That's much better hold-up play there from East Texas A&M. You see that Mitchell kind of held the ball up a little bit to give her team a chance, but the second she does that, she plays the ball back. They kind of just make an errant pass. I mean, if you're Coach Gordon, you would want your team to say, hey, we did everything right. We did exactly what we game planned for, and then we just made a silly pass to give it away. You're definitely going to want that ball back.
Foul against Oklahoma's Claire Curran there. Jousting with Juiced. Looks like Juiced will take the free kick. Oklahoma out shooting East Texas A&M 16-2. 7 shots on goal. That's something that you alluded to at halftime, Nick. They had 4 shots on goal out of 12 shots in the first half. So far in half number 2, 3 of 4 shots have been on goal.
I mean, when we spoke to Coach Matt Mott coming into halftime, that was what he was talking about. We just got to be better with the ball. We've got to be more clinical. We've just got to be a little bit cleaner. And I mean, that's almost as clean as you can get. I mean, everything you're doing now is just hitting the back of the net. You're making the keeper kind of worry about everything. And that is what you're looking for if you're Coach Matt Mott and the Sooners.
More substitutions. Looks like Legan will get a break. And Brenlin Mullaney will enter the lineup. So Drew Legan, the freshman from Jenks High School. See if she returns at some point.
Subbed onto the pitch for the Oklahoma Sooners, number 22, Brenlin Mullaney. Subbed off the pitch, number 11,
just bounces that one out. Throw in here for East Texas A&M.
Number 9, Renetta Vargas.
Malaya Ring is back in there. She had to come off with injury earlier, but good to see her back out for the Lions. She took that throw in.
Subbed off the pitch, number 7, Nia Chacon. Number 14, Namaya
Schultz comes out of the pack and initiates things for East Texas A&M. Bell trying to work her way forward and get free. But Morin is right there in her hip pocket. Bell turns the corner. Drives one wide of the goal, just trying to get a shot away.
What you see there, much better hold-up play from the center forwards there. They're getting opportunities when their center forwards are calm and cool on the ball. And then even if the shot wasn't near frame, you're still getting chances going forward, which right now, that's what East Texas A&M is looking for. They just have to have something going forward to give them a chance to get back into this game.
Duffy drives another one away. Nice job by Rayo to play that one forward toward Morrell. Nia Mitchell able to help control that one. Physically, Morin able to wrangle that one away for the Sooners. Here's Riley Brown.
One of the things I've been super impressed with the Sooners this year is Morin. She's never going to really be on the stat sheet because she plays in that center defensive mid, but she is just so aggressive in the midfield. She just cleans up so many things for the Sooners midfield, and that's something that they were lacking last year. It's just that someone who plays in that 6th position, who every single chance she needs to make that tackle, she times it right. She slows play up, and she's passing the ball all across the pitch. I have been extremely impressed with Morin so far this season.
She's played for the Irish under-19 national team. We mentioned she was born in Belgium, lives in England, plays for Ireland. Her dad is Irish. She was also a gymnast growing up, but a 2-year starter at UTSA down in San Antonio, played over 2,000 minutes there, and has come in immediately, been a difference maker for Matt Mott and the Sooners. Foul against Oklahoma. No yellows issued by Patricia McCracken so far tonight. We've only had 8 fouls combined between the two sides to this point.
Much different than the first 2 games for the Sooners, where I think there was over double digit for both teams in the first 2 games.
Not necessarily a bad thing. I want to kind of have that even balance.
And when you speak to Coach Matt and his staff, you know, that's something they wanted. You know, they wanted just to be a little bit meaner this year, just to have a little bit more aggression, and they're definitely getting it so far this year.
That aggression without recklessness. They're getting a lot of things this year. Couple of throw-ins here for the Lions. This comes down to Rayo. Beautiful touch toward Pack. Wide now for Mullaney. Mullaney sending it across. Just over the top of Clark. Clear to the other side. Brown steps back in to take it. Now Tudis had that one deflect out of bounds off of Lefevre. Rayo threads the needle for Pack. Knocked down by the keeper Passion. Good connection between Rayo and Pack. Looks like Jillian McKenzie has come on now in goal for the Lions. Not unexpected. She played the second half last week against Little Rock.
And that's a big time first save for her, just having to guard her near post there. A little bit of a bobble, but she comes up quick to scoop it up. I mean, that's got to give you some confidence as you're going into the rest of this half.
There's Jillian McKenzie, senior keeper out of Mesquite, Texas, Horn High School. She was a starter as a true freshman back in 2022, and then splitting reps with Passion last year and this year. A hard-charging Brenlin Mullaney turns, drives it across through the middle of the 18 box and wide. And this is an Oklahoma team playing once again tonight without Cassie Clifton, who's been a regular on the back row and is expected back soon. She's played over 4,000 minutes in her career, so they will get her back, and they'll get Kayla Kiefer, the Ole Miss transfer, back. And without a key ingredient in the front and in the back, a little more playing time for others.
And Kiefer had a great game against Oklahoma State last time out, and it just speaks to the depth that the Sooners have. I mean, that you could be missing 2 key players. I mean, you think about it. Clifton played over 4,000 minutes. I mean, she was you already knew she was going to be on the team sheet last year, and now she hasn't played yet, but you still see the success the Sooners have had. I mean, Coach Matt Mott and his coaching staff have did an excellent job recruiting this year and really building a team to compete.
Depth, physicality, speed, it's all been on display through the first 3 times out for the Sooners this year. Mullaney again. Juiced clears it. Look at the control by Pack. Gets Oklahoma another chance.
I mean, when Pack has been touching the ball, she has just been playing so well. I mean, she has some magical feet, and she has just been showing it this year. She didn't get to touch the ball a whole lot last year because she played in a different role. But this year, we see what she can bring to the table, and she has had a huge start of the season here for the Sooners.
Tudis with a dangerous touch toward the middle for Curran, cleared out by Nia Mitchell. And it'll be the 5th corner of the night for the Sooners. See who jogs over to take it. Probably Dendis. Nia Mitchell back there on that back row for East Texas A&M.
One of the things I'd like to see here from the Sooners, they do have 5 corners, but it's all been the exact same. East Texas A&M is playing so many players in the box. Maybe you play short to maybe try to drag those players out a little bit, just to throw in a different look.
Out top, it's cleared. Renetta Vargas. But no reinforcements running with her yet. Having to do it all by herself. And does a pretty good job of it. She earns a foul against Dendis.
And like we've been talking about all night, you need your strikers to have that kind of hold-up play. She did everything right there. She had no help. There was no one else running with her. And she said, hey, I've got to get something out of that. They've got a foul, and now they have a chance to have an attack on goal.
Ring drives this one in. Brown heads it away for the Sooners. And Oklahoma right back to the attack. Pack tripped up from behind. Just a little entanglement there. Sooners will get a free kick. That foul whistled against Windrum.
And you just see the different play style that Pat brings to the table this year. Last year, she would have kind of played that ball for early. She has the ability to carry that ball, and she has so much success doing that this year. And it's just a joy to watch her play, because every time she touches it, she's got a little bit of magic in them feet.
5 career assists. This is going to be Ali Lacanol taking the free kick. Edgerton clears it for the Lions. But it seems like when the Lions clear it, there's a Sooner waiting to take it, as is the case here. As Canty turns. Dendis for Mullaney. Renlyn Mullaney angling back. Drives it into the middle for Tudis. Gets one away to Curran, and Curran misses wide. Maybe got a little anxious.
If you're Tudis right there, I think you just have to shoot. I mean, I think she didn't want to shoot that ball on her left foot there, but that's the opportunity. Hey, you're right on top of goal. You're in the PK spot. You've just got to get something on frame there. I love the niceness, the generosity to try to get someone else a goal, but that's when you're in the attacking box. That's where you've got to be hungry. She's definitely going to want that ball back.
Second shot tonight by Claire Curran. Sent away here by McKenzie. It was a 1-0 Oklahoma lead at halftime. A goal by Luciana Seta-Ducate. And the Sooners came roaring out of the halftime locker room. Scored in the first minute of the second half. Juliet Reyes scored from the top of the 18 box. And then an own goal that was a cross by Lexi Dendis off the foot of East Texas A&M's Nia Mitchell in the 51st minute. Made it 3-0 before Reyes scored for the second time in the 56th minute. Now Reyes is going to come off with already 2 goals. Hadley Morel is back for the Sooners. See McKenna O'Toole replaces Lefevre for East Texas A&M. Nia Mitchell posted up. Sooners surround her. Dendis clears it to the other end. 20 minutes remaining. Both these teams will be in Tulsa, as we said, coming up on Sunday. East Texas A&M will take on Oral Roberts. Oklahoma will square off with the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. McKenzie will get to strike this one. Lets things settle a bit. Couple of contested headers before it finally comes down to the foot of Canty. That would be off the foot of Brown.
Ever since the Sooners scored those 3 quick goals, it's kind of been a little bit of ping pong, you know, going back and forth. Neither team has really settled into this half, because now they've kind of said, hey, the game may be a little bit too out of reach, so everything's kind of just not as clean and crisp as it was. And so if you're Coach Matt Mott, you really want to say, hey, how can we finish off this half strong? And Coach Gordon is saying, hey, how can we get our chances now? We started to hold the ball up a little bit better. Can we maybe put one on frame and give us a chance to score?
This one loose just outside the Oklahoma goal box. Curran is going to run this one down. Aya Mitchell watches her. Curran angles right. Feathers it just past Allie Guthrie and picked up there by McKenzie. Valuable playing time, Nick, for so many youngsters out there tonight. Getting a long look at El Canty, the freshman from Norman.
I mean, we said it earlier.
Guthrie, another freshman.
Yeah, we said it earlier in the podcast. And we said it earlier in the broadcast that the Sooners have played 19 different players this season. I mean, and now I'm assuming we've got a few more that have got their Sooner playing career started. But I mean, it just speaks to the depth. I mean, this year the Sooners have something extremely different than what they had last year. They just have that ability when they pull a sub that it's equal playing level. You know the levels is not going to drop. And as a coach, that's something that you're just so thankful for, because you now know you can still continue playing the same exact style as what you want.
Trainer Tyler Dagnault may have his hands full with a very hot, humid night here in Norman, Oklahoma. The rest of the way, we have an injured Lion. Hopefully it is nothing more than a cramp. There's Ashley Gordon watching her team. She's built this up since 2022. Part of the culture has just been growth. So many players. 9 of 11 starters tonight were returning players.
And that's what you want as a program. I mean, if you can continue, I mean, she's had this is her 4th season now. I mean, when you can continue that growth, saying, hey, we're having the same team, that's when you start to build structure. That's when you start to build your own playing style. And you've seen that success because they've been in the championship game the past 2 seasons. She's done a phenomenal job here.
So we've talked about what lies ahead for the Sooners, as they will have at Tulsa. They're back home for Louisiana Tech and North Texas next week, and then another week before SEC play. Here's what's on the upcoming docket for Lions. Oral Roberts, then Grambling State, Abilene Christian. They will get Tulsa before visiting San Antonio on September the 7th. Lions have had to go first 2 outings without Cadence Ramirez, the Alabama transfer, who was on a SEC championship team at Alabama in 2022, but her 3rd season at East Texas A&M. She's a little nicked up as Cadence Ramirez and unable to go the first 2 times out, so they will look forward to getting her back. Continue to attend to Malaya Ring, who had to come off earlier and is going to have to come off again. Again, you hope it's just cramping. She was over there smiling earlier. And
number 21, Chelsea Lefevre. Subbed off the pitch, number 23, Malay.
So she comes off, and Kelsey Lefevre comes right back in. 17.5 minutes remaining in this one. Matt Mott substituting liberally on the Oklahoma side also. Nice control there by Canty. Now Brown headed away by Nia Mitchell. Right back to Curran, but I think she lost that one out of bounds. Canty getting it to Tudis. Now sent in by Mullaney. Beautiful drop off, and Morrell just misses wide left.
Onside
nice
as well.
Play there by Allie Guthrie to get it to her, Nick.
Yes, onside as well. Morrell timed it beautifully, but Guthrie there, that's a smart little touch. She knew that she wasn't going to be able to get a shot off. So you see there, ball comes in, a little bit of a quick deflection. The ball thankfully lands on her feet. She sees it, boom, slots the ball in. Unfortunate for Morrell not to see the back of the net.
Morrell's reaction says everything. It was there, but McKenzie came flying and forced her to make the attempt just a little further left. Foot race to this one. Curran is able to win it. Mullaney turns the corner, drives it toward Hadley Morrell inside the goal box, and it's deflected out. Hadley Morrell had an assist earlier tonight on the goal by Luciana Seta-Ducate, and Seta-Ducate is going to return to the pitch, giving Tudis a breather. There's Seta-Ducate. Brown drives this one toward the goal box. Deflected down. Seta-Ducate plays it. Back up to take it is, I believe that's Campuzano for East Texas A&M. Beg your pardon, that was Vargas. Lana Lawless Felarca in the mix. Seta-Ducate wins it, fires with her left foot, and a sprawling save for Jillian McKenzie. You want to talk about shots per minute? Seta-Ducate may lead the country. She's getting a lot of looks.
I mean, beautiful little bit of skill there. Pulls it back on her left. I think she had a chance to maybe drag that back on her right. But you just see what one goal brings to the table. Just gives her a little bit of encouragement to have chances to do things that you may not feel super comfortable with. I mean, I have been really impressed with Seta-Ducate so far this season because she just brings a lot to the table that just adds more depth for this Sooner team.
Depth and experience from her 3 seasons at Stony Brook. Mullaney relentlessly attacking there. And that will roll out of bounds for a throw in for East Texas A&M. Brenlin Mullaney, Ole Miss transfer, played there for Matt Mott, 3 seasons at Ole Miss, 54 matches, and now reunited with Matt Mott here in Norman. She and Kayla Kiefer, Ole Miss transfers. What a strike that is off the post by Seta-Ducate and put home by Hadley Morrell.
Looks like it will be offsides. Really unfortunate there for Morrell. I mean, just a beautiful first-time shot by Seta-Ducate, but you see the deflection. Morrell was watching the ball, just didn't get a chance to venture back on sides.
So Patricia McCracken is going to go over and have a look, but as Nick said, Morrell appeared to be behind that final defender.
Beautiful ball in there by Ellie Canty. That's an excellent touch right there to determine the defender. Ooh, that's tight. But you see there, Morrell's not going to miss the second time. I mean, it's going to be hard just based off the angle. She may have been on the shoulder of that defender right there. I mean, this could be a goal that stands.
It is up there for now. Just had a yellow card assessed to the East Texas A&M bench over there. 5-0 pending the review. How about Seta Ducati and her aggressiveness offensively? You heard Matt Mott talk at halftime. Hey, need his team to strike, be aggressive, and Seta Ducati's not afraid.
I mean, and one of the things about that whole play is Mitchell has just been a rock-solid defender this whole game. And so for the fact that the ball gets played into her feet and just a smart little bit of skill with her feet there, turns it around and has a beautiful shot on frame. Just so unfortunate that the ball kind of hits the goalpost there. And then you just see that's what she brings to the table. I mean, she is not afraid to shoot. She has that in her locker, and she can do it from left, right, anywhere in the box, and now, as we see, outside the box as well.
Sooners had a goal in the first half that was taken away on offside. We'll look one more time. It would be a goal and an assist for Luciana Seta Ducati. If this stands as a goal, just hard to tell from that close angle exactly where Hadley Morrell was.
This is going to be the best look you have here. You see the touch turn. It's tight.
So close.
And you're really going off what the assistant referee on the far side sees. Now, in the VR, they may actually have a little bit better of an angle right there. But from the angles that we're seeing, I mean, that's extremely tight because it's almost shoulder to shoulder right there. So you really can't differentiate what it is. I mean, and so when you're looking back on what the rules state, I mean, it has to be clear and obvious evidence that she was offsides in. And from if she's seeing the same angles we are, that's going to be tough to decide.
Tricia McCracken has been over there now for 3 or 4 minutes. We've got 13 minutes, 10 seconds left. A goal would make it 5-0 and be the first of the night for Hadley Morrell and the 8th of her career. And the call is no goal. So the offside will stand. Remains 4-0 Oklahoma.
The call on the field has been overturned. No goal.
Hadley Morrell working so hard tonight. Playing a couple of different roles. Now more forward. Fever is back in there, serving this one forward, but Pack takes it away for the Sooners. Now Seta Ducati. And they'll whistle a foul from behind there against Nia Mitchell.
And you see there, that's what the Sooners have done so well all game, is that if you make an errant pass, if you make a bad touch, they just go win the ball back so quick. And that relentless pressure really is tough for teams to kind of deal with, because yes, you think that when they make a bad touch, most players are now saying, oh, you know, I've got to go get the next one. These girls are getting the next one, and they're getting it done at a rapid pace.
Duffy hits this one and hits it well. It is just wide off the foot of Brenlyn Mullaney, who got her boot to it on the backside of that great free kick from Duffy. And now the Sooners are going to swap out. Duffy's going to get a break back in goal. Morgan Paley comes on to finish things up.
Number 4, Sophie Moore.
And let me tell you, Duffy's Kingdom almost got another jewel in her crown right there. I mean, what a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a beautiful ball there, and just so unfortunate the ball gets played right across the box there by Mahaney. I mean, we are so unfortunate to have that not get in the back of the net. I mean, that was just a beautifully placed ball there by Duffy.
Yeah, Duffy, from half a field away, put it on point like she was serving one from 10 feet away. Just a beautiful ball. And Duffy's going to get the rest of the night off. Caroline Duffy going to earn the 13th win of her Sooner career. Had 10 wins a season ago. Curran locks onto this one. And played out of bounds. Oklahoma throw-in coming. 2 goals for Juliet Rayo tonight. Luciana Seta-Ducate has one. And an own goal. There is Juliet getting the start tonight. 2 shots, 2 goals. Pretty good percentage. One of them came on a penalty kick off a handball in the 18 box. And she put that thing in no man's land.
I mean, no keeper in the world saving that. I mean, that is just, I mean, there are certain penalties when you see it taken, you're like, I mean, you just kind of have to clap at it. And that was one you clap at because you just know as a goalkeeper, there's no chance.
Kind of wondering who was going to take that free kick. And I think every time Rayo's out there, she will be one to take penalty kicks.
I mean, if she does it like that all the time,
yeah.
I mean, sign me up, please. I mean, that is a for sure goal.
That's one that even if you knew where it was going to go, you still wouldn't be able to get it.
And it's actually a extremely difficult skill. I mean, there are players who are natural goal scorers who can't strike the ball from the penalty spot. I mean, and that's such a benefit to have in your locker because it just kind of gives you that extra little oomph.
What's the secret?
I have no clue.
Magic?
I was never good at those at penalties. I was the one that was like, please, coach, let me take it. And they say, hey, you've missed the last 7 times. No, we're not going to let you do that.
You're not getting it.
Yes. But, I mean, it's just a skill. It's all about your angles at the ball. I mean, how you run up. If you watch, every run up from every penalty taker is almost different. The way they step, the way they move. Do you hit it with your inseam? Do you hit it with your laces? I mean, everything's different. But when you've got a technique that works and works as well as Rayo's did, I mean, you don't change up anything.
Brown has had another excellent night defending for the Sooners. Riley Brown, the senior from Tucson, the Washington transfer. And Matt Mott just talking about how valuable that she has been and what a luxury they're going to have when Cassie Clifton comes back on the back row for Oklahoma. Between Brown and Clifton and the 2 freshmen, Ligon and Lacanole, and that's 4 really good defenders.
I mean, I would pay a lot of money to be a fly on the wall for those conversations. I mean, that is something that you just dream of having. You have 4 or 5 just true defenders who you can trust at any moment and who have played extremely well. I mean, that is just such a benefit for the Sooners to have for this season.
Steamrolling across midfield is the freshman Canty. Trying to shoot that one through to Clark. Now Mulaney. And just over the top of Curran with under 8 minutes left. Oklahoma out shooting East Texas A&M 21-2. 3 second-half goals, 2 by Juliet Rayo, and a 4-0 lead. Now outscored opponents 12-2 in 3 matches this year have the Sooners. Breaking into the rankings this week at number 22. So crazy that the other 4 SEC ranked teams are on the Sooners schedule. Arkansas, Tennessee, South Carolina, Vanderbilt. The unbalanced schedule in the SEC, and it's an impossible task to be schedule making, especially given the way that rosters change so frequently and from year to year. It just happens. You know, a team that is struggling in years past can hit the transfer portal and be good. So there's no way to balance the scheduling out.
I mean, we look at last year, no one expected Mississippi State to win the SEC. I mean, they came almost out of nowhere, and then now they're not even in that watch list of being ranked. And so, I mean, the SEC and just that scheduling, it's so hard because of, like you said, Chad, that transfer portal. I mean, the Sooners have benefited from it. Other teams can. It's just adds in so much excitement for this season, because when you play teams that you expect, you know, may not have been as good as what they're supposed to be, they can just come out and shock you.
6.5 minutes to go. Curran will take this throw. Nifty footwork there. And staying on ball with it was Guthrie. She'll get a return pass, trying to thread the needle for Seda Ducati, but it's cleared out. Sooners will get their 6th corner kick opportunity. Guthrie, the freshman from Plano Prestonwood Christian High School.
Sooner Nation get those ones in the air. It's a corner kick.
And there's Kiki Smith, redshirt junior, Washington State transfer. And Sooners happy to have her back. She missed last season with an injury after 2 years at Washington State. She missed a season there with injury, 2022. She's had 2 seasons taken away by injury, but she offers up this corner from the far post. Clark heads it down to the foot of Seda Ducati, and a beautiful punch out by McKenzie. Guthrie drops it back in. Mullaney open, and a sprawling save by McKenzie again.
I mean, every corner that's been taken, they try to find Clark. Clark wins the header there and plays it all the way back post to Seda Ducati. What a beautiful save there by the keeper. I mean, Seda Ducati is unfortunate not to have another goal.
Under 5 left. Kiki Smith heads this one out of bounds. This will be McKenna O'Toole trying to take the throw in. They scrub that and let the Sooners take it. And here comes Clark. Naomi Clark shifting all the way across. Here's Curran. 1v1 to the corner, fires over the top of the crossbar. Well, Naomi Clark, honors from Top Drawer Soccer on their national team of the week. Braces in each of her first 2 games for Clark. Did have a goal overturned earlier tonight. An offside call against the Sooners after Clark had found the back of the net. There she is.
A little bit quieter night from her standard that she set so far, but she still brings more to the table. I mean, we just saw that last corner kick. She's winning headers to kind of play those balls in. I mean, she is a player that the Sooners know that can just do so many different things. So even if when she's not scoring, she's pressing, she's being aggressive, she's winning the ball. I mean, she just adds so much to the Sooner team. Even on a slow night, Clark still has a lot to be proud of.
And the opportunities that her threat can bring to her teammates, because so much attention is now going to be paid to Naomi Clark.
I mean, we just saw there on that last passage of play. I mean, she had drew 5 or 6 defenders there, and then she plays the ball across. I mean, that's just what she brings because she's had such a strong start.
Under 3 minutes to go. This game was 1-0 Oklahoma at halftime. But the Sooners able to tally 3 times in the first 11 minutes of the second half. That's the other thing that Oklahoma has shown, is the ability to score multiple goals in a short span of time. That's that explosiveness, Nick.
I mean, and that's what makes this team dangerous. I mean, 1 minute you think you're kind of controlling the game, The next minute, you're down 3-0. I mean, that's what the Sooners have done in 2 games this year. I mean, just scoring, bam, bam, bam. I mean, that just is a weapon that you can use, that you know that no matter what time is on the clock, you still could be in the game.
Right at the new Sooner keeper. What a test there for Paley. And the defense is able to clear it. Seta Ducati collides with Kaylee Humble, and the Sooners come away with under 2 minutes remaining. Mullaney keeps it in and charges forward.
And Clark is open on the back post. If we can see that play, we see a little unfortunate on the entanglement there. But that's a beautiful hold-up play by, once again, Seta Ducati.
Mullaney tries to play this one in, taken by Lawless Felarca. Out of bounds off of Canty with 1:20 left. Oklahoma headed to 3-0. 12 goals in 3 matches to start 2025. And East Texas A&M, they will be a threat in the Southland Conference. They have made the conference tournament championship game 2 of the last 3 years. But Oklahoma, too much offensive firepower tonight. That'll be foul number 8 against the Sooners. That category is all even. And the Pride has played all night long. What a great representation. 350 members strong for the Pride of Oklahoma. They have set a great tone and a wonderful environment here tonight at John Crane Field.
I mean, even with the Pride doing what they're doing, I mean, how cool is it to see so many people in the stands this year? I mean, I've said this a few times. I mean, there are players who play at the highest level who may have never had this many people in the stands. I mean, for both teams, what an exciting atmosphere to be in tonight.
And the Oklahoma Sooners are 3-0. 3 second-half goals for Matt Mott's team tonight. They win at 4-0 over the Lions of East Texas A&M. A brace for Juliet Rayo. She gets the 4th and 5th goals of her Sooner career. And for the second time in 3 seasons under Matt Mott, Oklahoma begins the season 3-0-0. Nick, the offense, so many weapons tonight. It was Juliet Rayo in a leading role for the Sooners.
I mean, we spoke about it. 2 shots on goal, 2 goals. I mean, as an offensive firepower, that is exactly what you want. But once again, you've got new Sooners scoring, and then you've got a little bit of old returning into that mix. I mean, that is a great problem for the Sooners to have going forward.
We will visit with Juliet Rayo and her 2-goal night when we come back to John Crane Field. Oklahoma wins it 4-0 on SEC Network Plus.